Happy Saturday. So yesterday I posted a couple videos of Sarah Harnish, the author of Fearless, sharing her story. And today I'm getting on and sharing my story just to show you the various impact that the clean living lifestyle can have on your health and your family. So I want to acknowledge up front, the reason why I'm putting these testimonies in here is because I'm sure you're wondering, does this? And making a lifestyle change is not easy. So I wanted to throw some stories in here so that you can see these are real people who have been impacted in really positive ways from this lifestyle change. So I think it's super important that you hear these testimonies, and those of you who have also experienced health changes in your life because of better, cleaner, non-toxic decisions that you've made, go ahead and in the comments tell me about those, because I love hearing your stories as well, and the other people in this group will enjoy seeing more perspectives on that. So my wellness journey started about 6 years ago or so, sometime when I was in high school, when I first began to question the impact my household products were having on my body. So I fully intended to make the swap, especially when I left for college and was in a place where I was making the decisions of what came into my home. But I continued to make excuse after excuse, ignoring my better judgment. I told myself that I didn't have time, I didn't have money, I didn't have the knowledge or understanding to find healthy recipes in order to switch out my toxic products. And even when I began encountering health issue after health issue, including seizures, psoriasis, acne, anxiety, and depression, I never questioned that it could have anything to do with what I was putting inside and on my body. I could feel that something was wrong, but I didn't really know where to start. I finally got started. The pushing off point was essential oils. Years ago, I was extremely skeptical and spent most of my nights buried in research. So shout out to Leanna, my friend who introduced me to essential oils. She was very patient with me. But I realized that I was slowly poisoning my body with the products that I was using. So I quickly bought my starter kit because I knew that first I could swap out a ton of things in my home using essential oil DIYs. And then in addition to that, by getting my starter kit, I learned that I would gain access to the rest of Young Living's natural products for a discounted membership price for life. And I have not looked back since. So this first step empowered me to take control of what was in my home. And since then, my health has improved in so many different ways. So it all started with Young Living. It all started with essential oils, but not all the changes I've made have to do with YL, but YL was just that starting point. They helped hold my hand and teach me, because I was just stuck in a spot where I was scared, fearful to move forward because I was just so overwhelmed, and it just seemed way too hard to make these changes in my life. So my first breakthrough with oils transformed my traveling experiences. So I've always gotten terribly motion sick. I was the kid on the playground who would get sick on the swings. That's how bad it was. And car rides, if I wanted to survive, I had to take nausea meds at least a half hour before departure, before we left in our car. So upon receiving my starter kit, I began using Digize, which is a digestive blend, behind my ears before a road trip. And miracle of all miracles, not only did I not get sick on those car rides, but I was actually able to read while riding in the car. Like, this is something I was never able to do before. Believe me, I tried. I was a reader when I was a kid, and I get real bored in the car. So I'd pull out my book, try to start reading, and would like almost instantly get sick. So that's something I've never been able to do. And then all of a sudden, this little miracle bottle gave me this little gift. So that, my friends, is the power of essential oils. So over the course of 2 years, I've changed a lot of things in my lifestyle. How I eat, I've moved more toward one ingredient foods and avoiding ingredients that are difficult for our bodies to process. I've gotten rid of, and my starting point for that, by the way, came from Fearless. So read that book if you're interested in kind of looking at your diet too. I've gotten rid of most toxic products lurking in our home, including air fresheners, laundry detergent, dryer sheets, cleaning products, makeup, shampoo, conditioner, deodorant. And instead, I now use plant-based clean products that withstood the test of label reading. Flip it over, read the label. I diffuse and use oils topically for minor ailments like tension, stomach discomfort, sore muscles, cuts and scars, sleep aid. And then I take them internally for things like seasonal allergy relief and immune system support. And ultimately, this just helped me reduce my over-the-counter drug use. I also use supplements to further support my body along the way. And these were all little steps that I took one thing at a time. So immediately after starting to make these life changes, I started noticing that my anxiety and depression was decreasing. My hair transformed from like a really frizzy, damaged, and dry to smooth and more moisturized. It's grown in a record amount of time and past the point where it would usually stunt. I did recently get it chopped off because it was getting way too long and hot and heavy. So yeah, if you can believe, this goes like, when it's not in a ponytail, mid-back, maybe a little lower than mid-back, and that's like post chopping of the hair, and I got a good amount taken off. My adult acne has also reduced and my scarring has diminished, so I just have smoother and healthier looking skin overall. I have increased energy, motivation, and daily confidence. My period normalized, and there's no plaque buildup on my teeth, which has been a lifelong struggle. And then overall, I just have used less sick days with my job and have had less doctor's visits because of the preventatory perspective that I've adapted. Prevention versus treating symptoms. So the last thing I want you to do, hearing that list, is to stress out. Don't walk away and give up. These changes took me 2 years to build up to where I am now. I think we're going on 2.5 years now. But I started with one cabinet and slowly continued to toxic chemicals. During my first 3 months of this journey, I only had 1 or 2 things on my list of changes. You don't have to do it all right away, but after 2 years, I'm finally getting to the point where clean living is becoming so natural to me that I can't remember every single product that I've even swapped out. Everything you put on, in, and around your body will either help or harm it. I decided it was time that I became proactive about these things as I prepare to have a family of my own. So I hope that empowers you all to do the same. I will be on tomorrow morning for our Fearless class. I'll be going live most of the time. I poked you. I'll be on a live video most of the time, so you guys can ask questions. But we're going to go through the basics of oiling, the basics of the clean lifestyle, why it's so important. And then throughout the next 10 days, we're going to have some challenges just to help push you to actually use the kit that you spent good money on. I want to make sure that you are utilizing that kit and that you have the support that you need. So we will start that tomorrow morning. So you guys have the rest of today to catch up on these testimony videos if you are not there yet.